because I never had to worry about nobody knocking at my door, bill collectors calling me, girl, why you can't pay for this Benz? Why you in this luxury apartment? You can't afford that. Get the fuck out. No, ma'am. I budget.
Pop my woo-ha in the sky.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Being Ambitious, and if this is your first time here, what's poppin', sis? I hope that you catch a vibe that makes you want to subscribe. In today's video, we'll be doing how to budget. This is probably my most well thought out video, one of my favorite videos to bring to you guys. I believe budgeting is so important. That's why I got on my fake Versace right now. You know what I'm saying? We save money so we can buy more clothes, buy more makeup, take more trips, you know. And overall, just live a very carefree life. I think budgeting is really important because I can sit here and tell y'all I have never stressed about paying not one of my bills ever. Because if I ain't got nothing else, I'm going to always have that bill money. Now, I may not be able to spend on a gram and on new outfits and stuff, but I'm going to be comfortably in my crib watching Martin. Not concerned about, am I about to get kicked out? A lot to discuss today, so I hope that you guys get some snacks and get ready to. We're going to just start at the beginning, which is pre-budgeting. And the first thing that I have is know your monthly income. Okay, a few of you may be salary employees, a few may be not. For us salaried employees, it's kind of easier to determine what your monthly income will be. But if you're not a salaried employee, you may be someone who gets an automatically amount of hours per week or per month or whatever, and you just guesstimate how much you will get based on previous months. The next thing, set up a bank account. It is so important to set up a bank account. I don't really know too much the details between a bank and a credit union. Some people prefer to do a credit union, but me specifically, I have a bank account, and it usually takes like $25 to $50 to open up a bank account. It's so important. I know a lot of people want to tell you to keep money at your crib, but I'm telling you, you will do so much better saving if you actually had a bank account. I'm going to tell you guys how to set up your bank accounts and why each one of them are important. So I'm with the exact same bank. I have 3 accounts set up. So my first is, of course, your checking. This is where all your income will be deposited into. Your job, other sources of income that you may have coming in, you want to deposit all of that into one bank account, okay? The next bank account will be your fund bank account, okay? This is where you will put money into, you can spend on anything. For me, fund money includes the following: grocery for the week, gas for the week, spending money for the week. If I plan on buying my mom something, my friend something, I'll put all that money into my fund account, okay? My third account is your savings account. I need to explain what a savings account is for. This is where you put all your savings into, okay? So the importance of having each one of those bank accounts, I will go into further details later on to the video. So now that we know our income, we went to the bank, we set up our bank accounts. So what's the next thing that you will get after setting up a bank account? A debit card. We're gonna act like this is mine because I wish I would post my debit card on YouTube. This is a debit card. So if I set up 3 bank accounts, 2 of them being checking, and then one of them, of course, being my saving, I will get 2 debit cards. Now, this is really important. This is what's going to help you discipline your money, okay? So with your first checking account, the one that I told you, this is where we put all our streams of income into. You're going to take a little bitty sticky tab, and you can write the letter B. You can write the letter bills. You can put L for finance. You can put finance, you know, and cut it out and just stick it on your debit card. And I stick mine down and I put a strip of tape all around it so it can stay on that debit card. So that's your first debit card. That's going to be for your bills or finances, okay? So then next, on your second debit card, you take the same sticky tab and you write down fun. You write down splurging, you write down balling, whatever you know that's gonna let you know this is your balling card. You're gonna take that little sticky tab, put it on your debit card, and make sure that it's stuck with some tape and everything. So now you will have 2 different debit cards. Now this is why it's so important to have 2 different debit cards, 2 different bank accounts. If you touch that bill card, you know, okay, I'm spending my rent money. Okay, I'm spending my lights money. Okay, I'm spending my internet money, whatever. But on your fun card, this is you spending until you ain't got no more, okay? This is your money. You spend it how you want to, all right? I also budget for my nails every month. So when I know I'm getting my nails done, I'll put it over there on that fun card. When you don't have no more money on that fun card, don't go over into your bills account, because this is where, what's the point of budgeting? If you're gonna keep spending your bill money, why not just spend all your fun money, okay? Keep that in mind. We're in the pre-budgeting stages here, okay? We know what our income is. We went and set up a bank account. We got our debit cards. We labeled each one of those debit cards. The fourth thing that you want to do in your pre-budgeting stage is, of course, download your bank's app. Every bank I know, I don't think there's a bank that's currently going on that does not have a app, okay? It's so important. When I get paid, I know every time I get paid, so I already have my, which we'll discuss later into the budgeting stage, you transfer that money over all from your cell phone, okay? You transfer that. Once you see all that money is hit your main bank account, you send all your fun money over to your fun account, and then that bill money, you just leave it on that card. You don't touch that card. You don't touch your bill money card, because then you are spending your bill money, okay? All right, so after I put the money over into my fun account, I want a little money over into my savings account. That could be $2, $3, $4, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure that every week or 2 weeks that you get paid, put some money in your fun account, put some money in your savings account, okay? So that concludes pre-budgeting, all right? In my pre-budget, I'm going to know my income. I am going to go set up a bank account. I'm going to label those bank account cards, and then I'm going to download the app, and now I'm ready to move on to budgeting. All right, so now that we're done with the pre-budgeting, we're moving on to budgeting, okay? So now that I'm budgeting, the first thing I need to know is, what are my monthly expenses, all right? Everything that you spend money on repeatedly, you want to budget for, okay? Rent, car note, gas, grocery, internet, cable, water, lights, student loans, credit card bills, saving, and paying yourself. These are all things that I budget for monthly. These are things that you want to budget for every single month, all right? So once you have those expenses, now you want to break them down into which ones change every month and which one stays the same. So the ones that usually stay the same are like your rent, your car note, internet, how much you spend in gas, how much you spend in grocery, your student loans, your credit card bill. Those 7 usually, stay the same for the most part, all right? Then you have the changing bills, which include lights, water, how much you give yourself for that week, just in case one of these bills raise up and you gotta, not be able to pay yourself so much that week. That is going to change, and then of course what you put into your savings may change as your bills change, okay? Now that you know what your monthly expenses are, you know which ones change every month, which ones don't, you wrote all that down in a notebook like this. This is my monthly journal. Now you want to go in and set each bill to be paid. So me, I set my bills to be paid online, okay? This will really be helpful for people that are salaried. We know how much money we're gonna get in every month. So things for me that are on automatic pay is my cell phone bill, my student loans, credit card bill. I think that's it. I think that would be the only thing. I can't set my rent for automatic pay. Oh, and my car note. Oh, and I left out another expense, gym for me. I pay for the gym every week. People who aren't salaried, this may not be something you feel comfortable doing, but for people who are salaried employees, you should be able to, well, I'm not going to say, I feel comfortable putting my bills on automatic pay, okay? Because I know that money is coming in every month. So for me, all those type of things, I went ahead and put those on automatic draft. And what I also do is I put all my bills, their due dates, any bill that you can choose a due date for, set it for the end of the month. That's giving yourself a whole month to get that money for that bill. So I pay all my bills at the end of the month. And usually now we have the options to go in and actually set our bills for payment on each month. So set all your bills at the end. All right, so now once you got all of that done, you know what your bills are, you know which ones change every month, you know which ones stay the same every month, you set them up for automatic payment. Now you want to determine, ask yourself, how many times a month am I paid? For some of us, me, I'm bi-weekly. Some of you may be weekly. So if you're weekly, you need to figure it out how much you're paid weekly. And if you're bi-weekly, you need to figure it out how much you're paid bi-weekly. And so what that does is it determines how many checks you'll get a month. So for me, I'm paid bi-weekly. So if the month has 4 weeks, I'm gonna get 2 checks. If it has 5 weeks, I'm gonna get 3 checks. So that is really important to determine how you're gonna help divide those bills up. So we're gonna work with the month of April, handy dandy budgeting journal, or if you wanna type it up into a computer, April for 2020 has 5 weeks in it. I know I'm gonna get paid 3 times. So now that I know I'm gonna get paid 3 times and I got all my expenses wrote down, once you got your expenses down, you know they paid 3 times a month. So now I'm gonna divide each one of my expenses by the number 3. All right, you want to divide it by 3 or however many times that you're paid of a month, and each one of those you want to write it down. So for instance, I'm paid April the 2nd, April 16th, and April the 30th. Okay, so April the 2nd, or I will write out the word rent, and then decided whatever I split my rent is, rent $900, then that's $300 from each paycheck that I'll take out. So by the end of the month, I'll have the $900. Car note is $600 divided by 3. You write the word car, beside it you put $200 for each one of those paychecks. So then by the end of the month, car insurance, I forgot about that earlier. Car insurance, how much that is. If it's $300 from each paycheck, you will put out $100, from each paycheck. And then by the end of the month, you will have all the money to pay for each of all your bills, and you'll just keep going like so. After you've already divided all your bills by however many times you're paid a month, and after you got everything out, now you will take however much that paycheck is, you will take that number, say if it's $2,500 bi-weekly that you're getting paid, $2,500. So then go in and take out $300, $200, $100 for every one of your bills. You will go in and take out every one of your bills, and however money you have left over is for your savings and yourself. I always pay myself before I put anything in my savings account. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. I'm not going to work all the time just to pay these bills, all right? I like to pay myself. Why? Because I still gotta live, but my savings is really important to me too. So this is how I do it. Say if after I pay all my bills for the week, I got $300 left, okay? I would usually put 2 in my savings and I have 100 for myself. So I don't really do, that's for me though, based on my lifestyle. I don't really go nowhere and do that. So $100 for 2 weeks could last me, because I may do something on the weekend or something, may get a bottle or something. That's not gonna take me $100, but that's how I do it. But say if I'm going to Nashville, I know I'm going to Nashville at the end of the month, then I will probably keep more out for myself and put less in my savings account, just so I have more money on hand. So at the end of the month, I can travel to Nashville, no problem. Here's about your saving. I don't care if you're only putting $5 in there once you get paid. Put that $5 in there, okay? If that's all you got left over after you paid your bills and after you paid yourself, put that $5 in your savings account. It will help you later on in the year. That $5 may be what helps you bring your savings account over to $3,000 by the end of the year. Like, you never know. So like, just always try to put something in there. I don't care if it's $2, whatever. Try to always put something in your savings account, but don't ever forget to pay yourself. Like, we're not working these jobs, in these careers to just pay our bills. No, you want to always make sure that you are also paying yourself, okay? That's everything that I have for the budgeting stage. So now let's go to post-budgeting, okay? Post-budgeting is just my things, that little tips and tricks that I'm going to tell you guys that's literally helped me live a stress-free life. I don't have to worry about, as long as I got a job, them bills gonna be paid, and that's just that on that. I don't play about my bills. First things first, live within your means, all right? You can't compare your salary to that of someone else. I'm a paralegal. I can't compare my salary to an attorney. So I'm not gonna go and live my life like my attorney friends. And I got a gang of attorney friends. And I'm not gonna go and live my life like them, because we get paid different salaries, So I live within my means. I shop within my means. I grocery shop within my means. My apartment, my car. Don't go out and buy a Benz and forget that, I gotta pay the maintenance on this mug. Go and get nothing that's close to your salary. A car, or apartment. I'm just now being able to move into a bigger apartment. Advancement in my career, better car, better apartment. But when I was making what I was making prior, I would live in my 1-bedroom. I drove my Kia Soul happily, because I never had to worry about nobody knocking at my door, bill collectors calling me, girl, why you can't pay for this Benz? Why you in this luxury apartment? You can't afford that. Get the fuck out. No, ma'am. I budget. You feel me? I budget. Set yearly savings goals. Okay, so in 2018, I did some of the most traveling. It was one of my most successful saving years. So 2018, I think I went to Chicago for my friend's bridal shower. I went to Houston for my birthday. I went to Nashville for my friend's graduation. I think I went somewhere else for another friend. Like I did the most traveling because I saved that year. And just that goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. Girl, if you only got to save $5, put that in your savings account, because it's gonna help you at the end of the year. You know, and again, don't set your savings to what somebody else is. Somebody on Facebook be like, oh, y'all ain't got $5,000 in your savings account. You not doing nothing. Girl, no ma'am. Again, live within your means. Don't ever, I'm getting somewhere. Now I'm going to the third one. Again, don't compare yourself to somebody else. Never. All right, the only money that you should be worried about getting is yours. And if you're gonna compare yourself to somebody else, be like, you know what? I can't wait till I get my first Chanel bag, because that's my next goal. My next goal is to be able to buy myself an expensive luxury bag. That's just my personal goal. You know what I'm saying, for myself. So that is my motivation right now. If you want to know something, my motivation is for me to be rocking a luxury bag. Oh yeah, set yearly big purchases. So that kind of piggybacks off what I just said. I want to buy a big bag. Like, it may not be this year, but that's what I'm saving for. Like, I want to be able to be put in a position to buy me a nice bag, you know, or I'll try to go somewhere every year. So live within your means. Don't compare yourself to nobody else. Set yearly goals. Set big purchases goals, because what it does is it helps you to have something to look forward to. If you're like, you know what, I'm putting this little $5 in my savings account, but it really could have got me, you know, an upgrade or something, whatever it could have done for you, it'll feel better. You know what, I'm saving for that Chanel bag. Or even just upping one of my goals in previous years was to up my makeup game, and now I'm able to afford to buy more expensive makeup, be able to go and get more expensive clothes and things when I want to. So it's always levels, all right? It's always levels in your life. It's always levels. Again, I can't stress this enough. Budget that you may be getting may be little to you, but baby, that's big to somebody else who ain't there. You feel me? And it's always so important to be content with where you at right now, but always be striving for better. And that's just that on that, because I want an Audi. So I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do, grinding in my career till I get that Audi, and I won't have no problems, you know, paying my other bills and stuff, you know. That is that for the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna get out of here, stop yapping. I yapped you guys' ear off today. If you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And as we always say on this side, if you like the vibes, you might as well subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.